Hi everyone, my name is Susie Abrera and I wanted to invite you guys to check out Asian Sky Mall's iBeauty Science Lab Vitamin C. Now what I know about this is that it contains rosehip, which claims to make the vitamins 10 times stronger than ordinary vitamin C. This is also FDA approved and halal certified, plus it is very, very affordable. So for more information, go to www.asianskymall.com for more information. Plus, you can also apply to be their business partner.
Tito, kamusta kayong lahat? And welcome to another episode of Tutok Wednesday with your Resident Cutie, Janelle Tee. At syempre, share live nyo na agad. Alam nyo na, sa simula pa lang ng episode na to, dapat share live nyo na sa lahat ng kapamilya nyo, kabarkada, lahat ng katropa nyo. So sa ating question of the day, abangan nyo yan later on. Importante lang makinig kayo sa usapan ng aming special guest for today. So paano kayo sumali? All you have to do is i-share live ito para magkaroon kayo ng sharer badge. At pagkatapos niyan, walang tama o maling sagot. So, kailangan sagot lang kayo. Lahat yan, kailangan ang pipiliin ng aming staff dyan, yung best answer. Talagang kailangan nakakaantig yung sagot nyo, di ba? So, huwag kayong matakot na sumagot. I-comment down below nyo lang at kailangan nyo i-type muna yung notify. Tapos, pagkatapos nun, yung sagot nyo na. So, are you all ready? Ayan, ready na kayo? Ready na kayong sumagot? So, share live and abangan nyo aming question of the day later on. And ito na nga, ang pinaka-antay nating lahat. Super excited ako today kasi I love taking care of my skin. Recently lang to kasi dati hindi ako maarte. Sobrang wala, dead mal ako pag makeup, tanggal makeup, hilamos, ganun lang. Tapos yung typical soap. But I realized the wonders of really taking care of your skin as early as you can. So, very, very excited ako pakilala sa inyo at very exciting and interesting yung topic namin for today. So, let's all welcome. We have a dermatologist here with us, Dr. Mel Ruiz. Hi, Doc! I'm so excited to talk to you today. So, yan, si Doc will share to us a lot of things about our skin. But before that, Doc, I want to know, how did you decide to be a dermatologist? Was it because you belong to a family of dermas, or is it just your personal choice to be one?
So just to briefly share with you and to your audience as well. So I am the first doctor in our immediate family. And yes, initially I wanted to be a surgeon. But after I finished my internship training where we got exposed to long surgeries and all that, I realized that it's not for me. And under dermatology, we have minor surgeries, so it's still a good thing, a good option for my residency training.
So yun talaga. Pero like, what triggered you, Doc, na during the practice na you were dapat nga surgeon, and then eventually, what made you decide to really be a dermatologist?
Okay, initially what piqued my interest was that we had one patient back then in LaSalle Hospital, and the patient was just in his 30s or 40s, and he had this autoimmune condition where the skin was like peeling. So para siyang burn wound. Unfortunately, it's generalized. Pwede ding ma-involve yung mouth and yung throat. And
so, ano yung randomly lang, Doc? It happens or it triggers when he or she eats something?
Okay, so that's a good question. So, that was an autoimmune condition. What happens is the body is producing antibodies. So, dapat yung antibodies natin against lang yan sa mga virus, bacteria, fungi, against infection. Pero in his case, it was targeting part of his skin. So, parang hindi na-recognize na normal yung balat, instead, inaatake siya. For the reason why patients get this condition, currently it's still not known. Although others would say pwedeng related sa medications and other things. Hindi naman siya namamana, hindi din siya nakakahawa. Pero that specific condition, we call it pemphigus vulgaris, medyo mataas na nga lang yung mortality rate. So unfortunately for that patient, he wasn't able to make it because the condition and the medication were quite strong.
So, is he a male or a female? Male siya. So, parang for him to combat the disease, he has to take medication.
He was given usually strong medications through IVs to control the autoimmune condition. So, that alone, the medication and the condition, they're prone kasi to infection and all that. So, there are patients who make it. However, others were not able to survive, like in his case. Yes, he was young, and he actually had a good support family. They really gave him all the needed medications, even if it's expensive. Unfortunately, it's really a difficult disease to manage.
So, Doc, yung mga things like this, hindi siya maiwasan kasi hindi naman siya inborn, diba? Kumbaga, along the way, when he was this adulthood, biglang lumabas or nag-trigger itong disease na to. So for everybody, when can we start taking care of our skin, and how can we also start with that?
Okay, that's actually an interesting question.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the answer is not so simple. So for us dermatologists, or at least in my opinion, we are in different stages of life. So may iba-ibang age group. May babies, teenagers, or adolescents, tas merong adulthood. So for example, for babies, they have different skin condition, different skin needs. Ang recommended actually for bathing, dapat mga twice a week lang pag babies. Unless they start crawling, medyo gagawin na siyang on a daily basis. Tapos dapat mild lang gagamitin na products.
Yes.
Pag naman adolescent, so because of the puberty stage, increased oil production, that's when we usually start experiencing acne. So merong mga teenager na may acne, meron namang hindi. So that will affect what type of skincare they will use. Pag adulthood naman, so may early, tas middle, tas late. Let's say for our example, early adulthood, may iba-iba kasing age range, pero yung susundin natin, yung age 20 to 40, so that's where we fall under. I think this is when a lot of people start being conscious as to how they want to take care of their skin. So it's just a matter of what do they want to do or what they want to achieve with their skin. Tapos naman, pag elderly, yung mga nakakatanda, either mga lola-lolo or parents natin, they tend to have dry, sensitive skin. So pag ganun, they go back to using mild soap just like babies, and then again, apply moisturizer. So in general, that's how it is. But if we're gonna be talking about the skincare, if you want to promote or maintain healthy skin, especially on the face, ang pinaka-suggestion ko is to start during your 20s or 30s.
Early 20s, start na. Paano naman, Doc, yung different skin types? Kasi 'di ba parang pag skincare, medyo hiyang ka sa ganitong product and all, depending on your skin type po. So like me, I'm oily on my T-zone. So parang in terms of not just skincare, pag makeup din, parang it affects the skin. So can you talk more about the different skin types that we do have?
Okay, so for the skin types, there are different variation. So, may medical kaming description ng skin type. So, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4. So, usually, pag 1 and 2, yan yung mga Caucasian, Americano, Briton,
so
those
it
who have fair
matters.
skin, blonde hair, blue, green eyes. Tapos, meron namang type 3, 4, 5. So, usually, pag Asians o Pinoy, we might fall under 3, 4, or 5 in some cases. So, pag gano'n naman, it talks more about the risk of us getting dark spots or getting skin cancer. In relation naman to your question earlier about having oily skin, so, meron tayong normal, oily, dry skin, or mixed type. So, some individuals, yun nga, T-zone lang, pero the rest, normal skin. It can affect what type of product you will use. So, usually, pag oily skin, they are the ones who shy away from products that are thick or petrolatum-based kasi it can clog the pores more. Pag dry skin naman, they need more moisturizer. For those who have skin that are not sensitive, yun yung mas kaya nila, mas hiyang sila sa iba-ibang klase ng products.
So, it matters ba, like, for example, when you check the skincares you do have, yung mga may specific ingredient ba na, ito, made of something na talagang perfect for any skin type? Or could you discuss more about that part?
Okay, so ideally, for us to know what type of skincare routine or regimen will work for us individually, we usually recommend you consulting a board-certified dermatologist. So, the Philippine Dermatological Society has a website where our viewers can check kung sinong dermatologist in their location or area. But of course, it's not always realistic to be able to consult a dermatologist. So, what we can do is, for skincare, for all individuals in general, I would give 4 tips, okay? So 1, I would advise them to cleanse. So paglinis ng skin, let's focus on the skin and the face. So cleansing of the skin, we usually recommend twice a day. That would work unless we get exposed to dirt, so dumi, alikabok, usok, we can cleanse our skin more. Second would be to moisturize. It's very important to moisturize. Not a lot of people know it, and it's been quite recently lang na nag-start na yung movement na important ang moisturizer. So, some would think pagpahid ng moisturizer ay hindi dapat gawin pag oily skin ka. But that's actually wrong. So, even if you have dry, normal, or oily skin, it's important to use a moisturizer. Ang magbabago lang, anong klase ng moisturizer yung gagamitin mo? Dapat ba lotion form, gel form, or yung mas thick or ointment form? And then third would be to protect our skin. So how do we do that? Using hats or caps, wearing hats or caps, using an umbrella can help. But more importantly, sunblock or sunscreen. And then fourth would be to hydrate. So for hydration, wala naman tayong additional cost. Water.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of getting sufficient or enough amounts of water that will help not only our skin, but our overall physical health as well.
Diba? Health din siya. Tsaka diba pag sa sunscreen or sunblock daw, kahit na feeling mo, diba for example, when you drive, kahit na feeling mo protected ka, the rays of the sun still affects, diba?
Exactly. There are some individuals who would notice na meron silang pigmentation sa left, more on rather than the right. It's because yun yung tumatama if they're on the driver's seat. Pagkabala naman, passenger seat, more on the right side. So even if we're in an enclosed space, the UV light or the sun rays can still penetrate or reflect back. So it's very important to protect our skin by using sunblock or sunscreen.
Yeah, everyday dapat yun, Doc,
Exactly.
diba? So how about now, especially that we're all experiencing wearing mask because of the pandemic, nagkakaroon tayo ng ano yun, tawag maskne. Yeah.
That's right.
Paano naman namin yun mapipigilan from, kasi we're always wearing mask, so hindi siya maiiwasan. So what can you suggest for us to at least try to minimize the maskne?
That's right. So we all know it's very important to wear masks, especially if we're outdoors or we're with other people. But to help us at least minimize or lessen the risk of getting mask acne or maskne, others would suggest using a cloth under the surgical mask or under the N95 mask. It will decrease the friction or the exposure with sweat and the humidity between our mask and the cloth mask. And then others would also advise not to use any thick products, no ointment-based products, because again, it can clog the pores. And since this part of the face cannot be seen when we're wearing masks, best not to use makeup on that area.
Oh.
Okay, so dito lang tayo, eyes. So let's focus on the eyes,
so eyes makeup
and keep our skin makeup free on this area. And again, moisturizer. It helps. Moisturizer that's not thick in consistency, lotion or pwedeng gel base, to serve as a barrier and to keep the skin from being dry.
So sobrang important talaga to take care of your skin before going out of the house, and then when you also go back, diba, before you sleep at night.
Yes. Always
Depending.
cleanse.
So always know your skin type as well.
It helps.
So just consult your dermatologist for that. So ang dami natin na pag-usapan all about skincare, taking care of the skin. Later on, we'll talk more about a lot of things still about our skin. So huwag kayong umalis, huwag kayong bibitiw, dyan lang kayo because we will be back.
Hey guys, Sam Pinto here. I just want you to know that KBL Glutathione plus KB Rosehip 60 capsules is now buy one take one at all Watsons stores. Like what I said before, sa KB, glowing ka, mura na, effective pa. For as low as 1199, you can get 2 boxes. So don't miss out on this very special deal, guys. Go visit Watsons stores now. KBL Glutathione plus Rosehip buy one take one at Watsons. Visit www.ilovekb.com.
Fancy Soup here. I understand how hard it is to start your own business and to choose the right products. Good thing there's Asian Sky Mall. They have premium health and beauty products which are all FDA approved and halal certified. Plus, they are very affordable. So start your own business now with Asian Sky Mall. Go and become a business partner by signing up to their website at www.asianskymall.com.
Welcome back mga katitok at of course kasama pa rin natin si Doc. Doc, we will talk more about the misconceptions sa skin. Like, di ba, ang dami sa ating laging naghihilamos mayat maya kasi feeling natin, ang dumi-dumi natin. So feeling natin pag naghilamos tayo, sobrang linis ng face natin. Tapos, ang dami ding those who doesn't consult na the dermatologist and then they see these products na nakakakinis to, so they will just get that and then nagpipil and all, tapos nasusunog na yung balat. And then ano pa ba, ang dami, like can you share things na akala namin totoo pero hindi pala?
I agree with you. Meron ng mga misconceptions tayong mga Pinoy or mga maling akala. To discuss the first one you mentioned, yung iba kasi iniisip nga, the more frequent they wash their face, mas okay kasi ang linis talaga ng balat. Actually, it does more harm than good, especially pag oily skin. Kasi ang nangyayari, yung iba, pag napansin na may oil, hugas agad ng mukha kahit na 4 times, 5 times a day na. Ang nangyayari, may rebound oil production. So, mas nag-i-increase yung pag-produce ng oil ng skin kasi nagda-dry siya dahil sa kakahugas. So, mas may risk siya na mag-form ng acne and all those other conditions. Tapos naman, those individuals, meron kasi minsan pag sinabi ng kapitbahay, kaibigan, na umokay sa balat nila, they try this certain product. Unfortunately, sila yung isa sa mga individuals na may bad side effect or bad effect from the product. We usually recommend that they may try certain products, pero they only try it on a certain part of the skin. Wag buong mukha. Para kung may maging problem, kunwari start on the forearm, kung may maging problem, they won't risk involving their whole face. Tapos, although they can at least listen to their friends or listen to ads na it works, they might want to do some research to check kung okay nga yung contents ng product na yun.
Kailangan hiyang ka din talaga. So
True,
it's really
that's true.
a matter of trial and error also. But not naman sa buong face or sa buong body mo na i-apply agad para maiwasan yung mga ganong conditions. How about naman, Doc, yung magsa-sunblock ka lang sa mga ayaw umiti?
Yes.
Diba? So what's the, ano yung mali na pinaniniwalaan namin about it?
So, usually, yan ang misconception din ng mga tao na magka-sunblock ako kasi ayaw kong umitim pag nasa beach ako or gusto kong pumuti. Using sunblock protects our skin. So, even if Asians tayo, even if karamihan sa atin, moreno o kayo manggi, meron pa rin tayong risk ng skin cancer. So, using sunblock or protecting our skin from the sun helps decrease that risk. Other than that, meron ding mga certain diseases, kunwari lupus. So, lupus is another autoimmune condition. It may affect the skin only or minsan pwedeng involved in other organs, blood, brain, kidney. So, for those individuals na may lupus or patients with lupus, very important ang complete avoidance of the sun. So, yun talaga yung mga dapat naka-long sleeve, naka-sombrero, naka-payong, tapos naka-sunblock. Kasi, pinoprotektahan yung balat nila from the trigger ng autoimmune condition na yun. So, hindi lang siya para pang paganda, pero meron din siyang other benefits.
Health benefits. You've talked about skin diseases. What are the other skin diseases pa na, di ba, you're specializing on that you can share to us na talagang parang yung mga testimonials din from your patients na sobrang they really had a hard time dealing with it, and then how did they treat it as well?
I think one if not the most common condition, at least skin disease, would be psoriasis, and it's quite close to my heart because there's a close relative who had it. So, psoriasis is a chronic condition. Unfortunately, when I see a patient, sabihin ko, pasensya na po, pero you have to understand this is a lifetime condition. So, panghabang buhay na to. There are some individuals na lucky kasi when they have it, controlled lang, madali siyang matreat. May ibang individuals naman, gagaling pag ginamot, pag tinigil yung gamot, babalik ulit. So, yun yung mga patients na depressed because they're having difficulty, they can't wear certain clothes kasi nga they have to hide it. Tapos yung mga ibang tao na may misconception na nakakahawa ang psoriasis, kailangan bang ipaliwanag nila sa lahat na hindi ito nakakahawa, ibang kondisyon ito. So yun yung isa sa mga condition that usually takes a toll on the patients that we have.
The main cause of psoriasis is stress, Doc, no?
So right now, the exact cause of psoriasis is not known, but we know that there's some abnormality with the white part of our blood. So this condition, kaya yung mga recent treatments that are available targets certain parts of the white blood and the immune system. Stress is a known trigger. So pag na-stress, napuyat, physical or emotional stress, there can be worsening. Or kaya umokay ka na, tapos biglang matitriggers ang lalabas pag na-stress, nagkasakit. Minsan nga, pag nagkasugat, o kaya any trauma to the skin, pwede ulit mag-develop yun ng psoriatic lesions. So it's quite difficult.
So, hindi siya nakakahawa. Kasi I also have a friend, hi Chang Abby, she's an athlete. Tapos, she was asked to stop playing volleyball. She's a volleyball athlete eh. Kaso, syempre, love na love niya yung volleyball and all that. Kasi nga, parang stress trigger. So, parang she has to stop. But, she didn't. She's still playing up to now. It's just that, naging advocate na rin siya ng psoriasis na hindi siya nakahawa and you can deal with it, no? It's just a matter of also balancing and knowing the triggers of it, diba?
Healthier lifestyle
and all, and keep going. I mean, your
it
dreams,
shouldn't stop you.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a source of insecurity also for some of our friends or family members, but it takes a lot of good support system also, Doc, diba? And also a good derma. Diba?
So consult a board-certified dermatologist.
Kasi marami ba dyang doc na hindi board? What's the difference of a board-certified and just a dermatologist?
Okay, so our society, the Philippine Dermatological Society, is currently the only recognized dermatologic society by the Philippine Medical Association. It's inevitable that there are other doctors who would want to go into practice of dermatology. Our difference would be we are trained mainly in hospitals. So in hospitals, you get to see patients who have diseases or pathologic cases. Unlike if it's in a clinic setting, pwedeng mas marami yung aesthetic concerns rather than yung magpapatingin ng mga sakit. For example, in the training institutions, we get to see leprosy. Leprosy o ketong, it used to be a condition that ano bang term natin, talagang iniiwasan ng mga tao. There was a time...
Nakakahawa ba siya doon?
Yes, so this one is caused by bacteria. So may time na noon, way back, they had to keep certain individuals in a different place just to isolate them. But there is treatment for leprosy. So hindi dapat natin sila iwasan at kadalasan naman with the first month of treatment, hindi na yun nakakahawa. So, it's very important to educate patients, their family members, and other people about it para hindi sila magkaroon ng stigma sa mga individuals.
So, pwedeng ma-treat pa rin.
Exactly.
So, what else? Ano pa yung mga diseases na you got to encounter na talagang we wanna know about? And of course, may misconceptions lagi about it na pag may nakikitang patches sa skin, parang, nakakahawa, parang nakakadiri, kailangan di kami lumapit dyan.
So, another common condition would be eczema. So, eczema is an umbrella term kasi marami pa yung mga sanga-sanga, maraming types. So, atopic eczema is what others would say as having sensitive skin. So, this is...
Anong itsura nun sa
For atopic eczema, it depends on what age you're in. So, usually babies, common yan sa mukha. Pagka naman sa children, pwede yan sa mga braso, tiyan, likod. Tapos pag adult, common sa skin folds. Back of the elbows, back of the knees, pwede rin sa neck. Yung iba, kahit walang rash, makati na agad skin pag may ginamit silang certain product.
Yung naalala ko na ako pala merong allergy whenever I wear fancy jewelries. But it's not always happening naman. Hindi ko sinasadya na maging ganun yung skin ko. So what's probably the cause of it? And I'm pretty sure some of our viewers also have experienced that as well.
It is quite common. I do get to see patients na nagre-react pag may sinuot sila na earrings or minsan strap ng watch o kaya ring for that matter. So it likely is because of nickel allergy. So it's a type of metal that can be seen in certain jewelries and that can be the trigger in your case.
So, kailangan, lang talaga, iwas-iwas.
Iwasan,
So, it can be also hereditary or is it just how I was born or what.
Okay, so allergy and or eczema can be triggered by genetic concerns or genetic issues. Pag meron personal, ikaw, or family history ng mga allergy, asthma, eczema, ito yung individuals na more likely to develop allergy to food, medication, or products later on in life. So, it could be if you have any family history of those conditions, kaya mas sensitive yung skin mo to certain products.
So, ganun yung mga allergy, no? It can be from the history of your family, can
And
be
then exposure
stress-related,
later. Yes.
exposure, what else? Yun, ang daming cause of that. Ano yung mga Doc? Yung mga dapat iwasan ng mga ingredients, yung mga harmful ingredients dun sa mga products na binibili namin out there or yung sa mga ina-apply namin on our skin.
Okay, so a common ingredient that we have to avoid, lalo pa sa mga Pinay o Pinoy, yung mga whitening products. So, ang mahirap kasi yung iba, either you don't understand the language because it's in a different dialect or different language, but we have to avoid products that contain mercury. That's very, very common. It is used as a whitening product, mabilis ang effect, pero it can have toxic effects pagka maraming application, matagal na application, ma-absorb ng katawan natin. And then for the more common ones, usually, if we check the label, yung parabens, and we also try to avoid yung mga fragrance masyado. So, bergamot oil is one, balsam of Peru also. Not in all patients or all individuals, pero yung mga sensitive skin, they have to avoid those ingredients kasi medyo matitrigger yung allergy nila pag ganoon.
So you always have to check
the label.
What it's made of para maiwasan natin yung mga harmful ingredients na yun, diba? So mercury does
lightening,
pero it damages the internal.
Yes, it absorbs in the blood kasi yung iba matagal pinapahid o kaya binuong katawan. So, pag ganong level na yung pahiran, pwede yung ma-absorb sa blood and can later on have serious effects to one's health.
Ano naman yung mga good, parang mga ingredients na mga products na pag nakita namin yung sa label, ay okay, safe to?
Okay. In terms of good product, which applies mainly for moisturizer, so we want yung may mga content na ceramide. So, ceramide is very good because it helps attract water to our skin, keeping it supple and healthy. Tapos, meron din yung mga vitamin C. That's good for skincare, antioxidant. It also may konting protection against the sun. And then, it actually depends on what you want to achieve on your skin. Pero those are the relatively safe ones that we can find if we are looking for a skincare product.
Yes, for a supple skin. Noted. Thank you very much, Doc. We learned so much all about skin, not just skincare, but all about the skin with skin diseases, what are the harmful products, how to take care of our skin. Naalala ko lang, Doc, sa hair, di ba? Shampoos, yung very strong yung fragrance can also, because I used to suffer here sa forehead lalo, since oily skin nga ako T-zone. So, nagkaka-breakout ako. So, parang I was suggested to use a shampoo na less yung sobrang bango. Oo. So, it also affects pala your skin, diba?
That's right. So, in general, we advise patients to avoid developing allergies or irritation. It's best to use products, whether it be soap, cleanser, or shampoo, that's not heavily scented. Kasi fragrance can trigger allergies. Pwedeng ginagamit ko siya ngayon, pero walang problema. But later on, magka-develop na yung allergy. Magkakaroon ng mga rashes, or in some cases, pag malapit sa hairline, yun, pwedeng mag-trigger ng acne or folliculitis.
So, kaya mag-ingat. Dami kong na-experiences sa pag-alaga sa skin. So, of course, we face that naman from time to time.
That's
There's
right.
no perfect regimen for it. Kumbaga, we also have our babae hormones that can trigger acne and all that. So, we have to just really take care of our skin religiously. So, there you have it. Ang dami nating natutunan kay Doc. Super useful for the totality, the health of our skin, no? So, thank you very much, Doc. At ito na nga, ang pinakaabangan nating lahat, ang question of the day na naka-flash sa ating screen. Good luck! Huwag niyong kalimutan yung mga dapat niyong gawin, ha? Dapat may sharer badge at kailangan may notify, tapos yung sagot niyo bago niyo i-comment down below dyan. Pero huwag kayong matakot. Give us the best answer. So, go lang, more entries, and of course, share it to all your friends. So, dyan lang kayo. Huwag kayong BBQ because we will be back shortly.
Hey, what's up to the guys and gals of Asian Sky Mall? It's James Deacon here. Tita James to you. Unless, of course, you're older than me, then let's just keep it at James. But what I came to drop by here for was just to wish you guys all the best on your new venture. This whole halal venture that you're coming out with, that is going to be a big help for a lot of people. So I've been looking at what you're doing, and I think it's great because you're starting with a very good why. I like what you're doing with your business. You have a good purpose for it. And so therefore, I wish you all the success with it because you're coming from a very good place. Making money, well, we all need to do that, but doing it with a good purpose and trying to help other people in the process, that's where you get the real satisfaction. That's where it all comes from. And that's what I'm feeling from you guys here, that you're doing it more than just a business. You're trying to actually make a difference. You're trying to help, and I support that. So congratulations, all the best. I'll be cheering on from the sidelines. Keep fulfilling your dreams. Good luck. Hope to meet you soon.
Hey guys, it's Tony the Brusca here, and I just wanted to say a big thank you to Asian Sky Mall for offering good quality yet affordable probiotic products, just like their iBeauty Science Lab probiotic. It's got 50 billion 16 strains, it's FDA approved, and it's halal certified. Guys, if you would like to sell health and beauty products, then go ahead and join Asian Sky Mall and become their business partner. Go ahead and sign up at www.asianskymall.com.
And we're back here at Tita Wednesday. Of course, kasama natin pa rin si Doc. Doc, eto, ano ba talaga ang perfect product for everybody that we all should have? Na ito, pag lagi tayong meron nito at kailangan i-apply natin lagi, it would really help us a lot in our skin.
So given that there's a lot of products that we use for skincare, if I will be asked kung ano yung iisa lamang na ipapahid ng lahat ng individuals, I would recommend using sunblock or sunscreen. So we have to check the label. Dapat nakasulat doon na broad spectrum. And then we also check for the SPF. So that's important. Majority, if not all dermatologists would recommend na dapat yung SPF at least 50. Because that can ensure that we have enough protection for our skin. Again, sun protection is gonna help decrease the risk of skin cancer o cancer sa balat kahit na Asians tayo. Second, it also delays skin aging. Pinapabagal na yung pagtanda ng ating balat. So, delayed yung pag-appear ng wrinkles, tapos dark spots. And then, it is also a treatment for some individuals na may mga disease sa balat o sa katawan na triggered by sun exposure. So, I guess that would be the one product that I would recommend all of us use. Even children use it, basta wag lang less than 6 months old.
Yes, o sunscreen, kailangan baon-baon yan lagi. Kahit na nasa bahay lang tayo lagi ngayon.
Agree,
diba?
yes.
We should still put sunscreen on. So message, Doc, to all our viewers na who wants to really take care of all our skin, what's your best advice to them? And also another is for those who are suffering skin diseases during this time, what is your best advice to them?
Okay, so my basic tips for the skincare would be, again, cleanse the skin, moisturize, protect the skin, and then hydrate. So, with those 4 tips, we can't go wrong. Meron na lang mga additional na products one might want to use if they want either lighter skin, tighter skin. So, that will depend on kung hiyang ka or you can tolerate the product, if you have sensitive skin or not. And then it's a matter of, it's still best to consult a dermatologist if you can. Again, you can consult the Philippine Dermatological Society for a list of the doctors. But if not, if you're not able to seek consultation, go for the safer alternatives. Kailangan unscented, mild, and then less product, I guess, is better to avoid the risk of getting allergies or irritations. And then, For our patients, the ones we see in our clinics or through online consultation, it's very important to educate not only the patient but their family members for support, because that's part of their treatment. Having a strong support group helps boost their hope that the treatment is okay and that their condition is okay.
Sa mga gustong magpa-consult sa'yo, Doc, where can we find you? Social media or where's your clinic?
Okay, so I hold clinic in Manila at the Jose Arias Memorial Medical Center, and then I hold private practice at the Bay Point Hospital in Olongapo, SBMA. If there are certain questions, I can perhaps give my email address where they can contact me. I usually don't give my private Facebook account, but there's an email address for those questions and queries.
Alright. Ano yung email address, Doc, para mag-email sila doon if they wanna like maybe book an appointment?
Sure. Since we do teleconsultation at this moment, so you can contact me through Melanie ruizmd@gmail.com.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Doc. We really had an insightful talk with you, di ba?
It's a pleasure.
Sunscreen, and of course, how to take care of our skin, and of course, the hope to those suffering, to those who has skin diseases, di ba? The key to everything is have a good dermatologist. Consult with a good dermatologist.
And thank you for the opportunity.
Of course, thank you very much, Doc. I totally had fun talking to you and I learned a lot. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching Tutok Wednesdays with me. So ito na ang ating question of the day na naka-flash sa ating screen. The best answer wins. So all you have to do is dapat meron kayong share badge. So i-share live nyo na kaagad itong live na to kung hindi nyo pa na-share. And of course, kapag nag-comment na kayo ng sagot nyo, kailangan i-type nyo notify and then yung inyong answer after that. Ang swerteng mananalo makakatanggap ng gift certificates from Asian Salon and Asian Massage. At hindi lang yan, meron pang reseller package, of course, brought to us by Asian Sky Mall. Gusto ko lang din pasalamatan ng aking glam team for today, of course, Maui Estrada for my makeup, diba? K-pop look. And of course, Hair Kingston, and to my stylist, Robin Rodriguez. Abangan din ang weekly shows, of course, dito sa Asian Sky Mall channel. Every Monday, Asian Sky Mall post. Every Friday, Asian Sky Mall preview. Every weekend naman ang Get Lucky with Iñaki. And of course, huwag niyo kong kalimutan ang inyong Resident Cutie, Janelle Tee. Every Wednesday po ang ating Tutok Wednesday. So, till our next episode, ingat po kayong lahat!